Hi, everybody. Welcome back inside Heinz Field for the training camp wrap-up show presented by the UPMC Health Plan. I am Missi Matthews, joined today by Craig Wolfley, and Coach Tomlin just spoke to the media, Wolf, and said there was never a consideration of canceling or postponing the team's practice today due to the social justice issues taking place across the sports world, across the country. And I know as soon as he was asked a little bit more about that, you were very taken back by some of the things that he had to say in a good way.
There's no question about it, and I really love the way Mike comes across and presents his thoughts. And everything is, under two words, I believe that he said, thoughtful and appropriate. And those are the key words that he explained to me in my mind, listening to him explain it, and talking about his personal business with the team and with his own family. And in all ways, I think that's just a magnificent way to handle it, having the guys have the opportunity, knowing the platform that they have. But there's options, and it's all done classy and thoughtful and appropriate.
He did reiterate what we have heard from him even going back to earlier this summer, that their desire is to have an impact more so than statements. He said they have had ongoing conversations, and he appreciates the hearts and the spirits of all of his players and what these conversations have led to in terms of getting to know the local law enforcement in the Pittsburgh community, and also voter registration, something that will be really big come November.
No question about it. And it all falls under those two words, thoughtful and appropriate. And I think that's a great way to do it. It gives the young men and the leaders of the team that ability to interact with each other and talk about it and come up with things. But also at the same time, there are programs that they have, a social justice council, things where that they can step forward and do things that they feel are all classy, thoughtful, and appropriate.
All right, so as we said, the Steelers made clear by Coach Tomlin never considered canceling practice today. It was raining a lot earlier. I promise you it is now hot and sticky and sweaty and hot. Did I mention it's hot? And that is what they dealt with today. Wolf also dealt with it. He ventured outside of our tent, so I give him props for that. But Coach Tomlin did say that Eric Ebron is sick, and he did miss practice today. Also, rookie running back Anthony McFarland is currently in the concussion protocol. As we mentioned on our pre-show, Ryan Switzer and Kareth White did not practice today. Ryan Switzer dealing with a foot injury, Kareth White with a groin. He listed them as day-to-day, same for Cam Canada. So there are some injuries to keep note of as we head into tomorrow as well. But there is some good news in terms of injuries there, Wolf, is that Chris Wormley, Smallwood, Juju Smith-Schuster, Kevin Dotson, the rookie who got hurt with his knee, I believe that was last Saturday night, right? All my days are running together.
Don't pin me down to a day.
But he did return to practice today.
It was a while ago.
So they are all working themselves back into the practice, rotation, and whatnot. But, of course, there are vets days, too, and even some reps that are given to younger guys, chosen by Coach Tomlin to give the older guys a little bit of a break, but also to see what the young guys have.
There's no question about it. There are matchups that Mike wants to see, specific matchups under certain circumstances, whether he paints a scenario around it or whether it's done in the context of a bigger drill. But believe you me, he knows what he's watching for, and he's keeping careful track of it. And I'm glad, number one, that you've got a young guy, Kevin Dotson, starting to make some progress. That's one of the guys that we really wanted to see. This guy came with a lot of notoriety. He's a headbanger. This guy is strong and tough, and I was excited to see what he was going to be capable of doing. And we just got, it was just not even a sample of what this young man can do. But the fact that he's progressing above and beyond, and believe me, I saw when he went down, I was worried. It's like, you don't want to see that. And again, that the young man's making progress, coming back, that's what you want to see.
He's getting back on the moving train,
yes,
as Coach Tomlin likes to say. Another injury that Coach Tomlin mentioned was Derek Watt, something that Randy Fiechner said earlier today when he addressed the media. Coach Tomlin did confirm that he has been a little bit limited, trying to get as much in-game helmet experience and stimulation as possible. He is coming off a surgery, according to Coach Tomlin. The target for Derek Watt at this point is opening weekend, which is very, very soon, even though it's crazy, but September 14th is almost here.
Isn't that amazing? It's almost like sneaking up because of all the hubris of everything that's been going on, whether it's the COVID, it's the movement here to moving practices around everything. So it's kind of crazy, but yet at the same time, watching Derek Watt today, he looked smooth. He looked like he tucked and ran with the ball on a couple of occasions. He's such a strong performer. I'm excited that he's going to be able to contribute. They're aiming for money time. Money time is that first game. So bring him back slowly, let him recuperate. But I would expect, knowing with that last name entails, that come game time, you weren't going to have a problem with finding a big bang out of that guy.
And something that we've all noticed here at practice, Marcus Allen is somebody Coach Tomlin mentioned in terms of depth at inside linebacker. I think most people are used to seeing him at safety, adding some depth there, but also, according to Coach Tomlin, playing some inside linebacker as well. And Coach said, he's always had that physical skill set. What he is adding now to his game is the pre-snap stuff.
Exactly so. And his ability to transfer from the strong safety or box safety or inside one of the nickel linebackers, these are things that he's got to be able to have the acumen and be able to handle on the fly. One of the things that you saw from a guy like Cam Sutton, Mike has talked about this, his ability to maneuver seamlessly from outside corner to nickel, dime, all those packages to safety. That's what you want to see in a lesser essence from Marcus Allen, because he's a strong kid. He can cover a lot of ground quickly. He's got some pop to him, and he's got some of those defensive coverage skills that you're looking for in a hybrid linebacker. So the fact that he's out there getting some reps says he's making progress. Let's see if he can continue to make that progress.
All right, and just to finally recap, Eric Ebron was not at practice today. Coach Tomlin said he is dealing with a illness. Anthony McFarland is currently in the concussion protocol, and a no-go today for Cam Canada, Ryan Switzer, and Kareth White. A number of guys working themselves back, so we'll have to see what happens tomorrow, Wolf.
Indeed. I hope, especially for Ryan Switzer. He's made some real progress. Was looking forward to him contributing some more and reestablishing himself in that wide receiver room. So hopefully that was just a little nick.
All right, that is going to do it for this edition of the Training Camp Wrap-Up Show presented by UPMC Health Plan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see everyone tomorrow.